Hogg Robinson Group, HRG, is a corporate services company best known for its business travel service. But for some time now, it's also been running a meetings management operation that it's been refining and refocusing over the last 12 months. So why has it been making these changes? And what does HRG's integrated approach mean for businesses? Well, I've come to HRG's head office in Holborn, London, to find out. Amanda Hanlin, you're Director of Global Sales at the HRG. Yes. I've just gone through the presentation and the relaunch of your meetings offering. First of all, tell us why you've found it necessary to sort of refocus and refine your meetings offering at this particular time.
I think it's for a number of reasons. First and foremost, if you look at the transient side of the business, procurement really have exhausted the savings element there. And so they're turning their attention to other areas where they can look to save money and gain greater control. Also, the other element of it is that if we look within our last financial year, we received 6 RFPs from clients that were looking to consolidate an element of their business, their meetings business, which for us was considered quite a lot. In the financial year that we're in, we've actually received 58. So it's a really good indication of how this part of the business is taking off. And finally, we've had a number of our clients say that they really don't know what their spending is in this area. They're looking to increase their spend in this area moving forward. So this has really been the catalyst for us to make sure that we've got a global proposition in place to deliver a good global service to our customers.
Now, meetings is something you've been involved with for some time. How have you gone about that sort of refining and refocusing? What kind of strategies have you followed?
Well, the first thing that we did was we recognised the fact that if this is to be successful, we really need to take it away, if you like, from the transient side, but have it work alongside it. So first and foremost, we created an above-market team who is now focused on the global element of this, and created an MG, a meetings, groups and events division. So that was the first step that we took. We then started to look at some of the strategic partnerships that we needed to put in place in order to deliver the service. And so we have a global meetings management partnership. We are looking at internal meeting space globally at the moment, and also we have a card partnership. So this has been absolutely fundamental. And then the final piece has been to acknowledge that we need experience, we need specialists from this sector come into our business. So we've been recruiting the right skill set so that we have a really strong proposition moving forward.
Yeah, just backtracking a little bit, talk us through the partnerships that you've set up so far.
Well, our first partnership is with the Active Network. That's with Starsight. So this means that we are now going to be rolling out the Starsight tool. It will be branded as HRG Meetings Manager, which is a slightly tweaked version of Starsight across our key markets. And for any new business that is coming in where that particular tool has been sold across the client's key markets as well. That's not to say that we won't work with any other meetings management party. Of course we will, if that's what the client is looking for. The other partnership that we've struck up is with City. This is across the board, so it's across our business, but from a meeting standpoint, we've now got the City meetings card that we can go out and promote. The third element, we're still in discussions, so not too much to be said about that, but kind of watch this space.
Great. And with respect to just on the meeting side at the moment, what key benefits are you delivering to companies with this new approach?
There are three key benefits. I mean, there are many, but they can be wrapped up into three key areas. First and foremost is visibility. Second, you've got control. And thirdly, you've got cost reduction. So what I mean by that is the visibility aspect is absolutely critical. Clients are wanting to understand, first and foremost, what are they actually spending in this area? Because it's not an area that they've been collecting data on, that they've really been monitoring. So one of the key benefits that we can deliver is that we can offer them global consolidated data. We can pull all of this in through the meetings management tool. We're then also able to take in any third-party data, so any additional suppliers that they're using, we can pull that data in. And also, if they are using a meetings card or any other card, we can pull that aspect in as well. From a control point of view, the meetings management technology is kind of critical in that it plays a very important role. But on top of that, if you're layering the global SLAs, if you're looking at pre-processed before the tool, we've got a consistent service that we can offer across our markets. And then finally, on the cost reduction side, really through negotiation, either at rate negotiation level, but taking it right up to program negotiation level, looking at missed savings and tracking that. It really provides a good, strong program and a reason why companies would want to be talking to us.
Right, and as I said in my introduction, HRG are essentially seen mainly on the business travel management service side, even though you've been handling the meeting side for quite a long time as well. So bringing that element in as well, what benefits do you think you bring to the table with respect to companies who might be using specialist meeting organisers at the moment, taking your sort of integrated approach on both the transient or travel and the meeting side too?
I think one of the key benefits that we can offer is we have been here before on the consolidation front in transient travel. And on the meeting side, companies are actually looking for advice. They want us to say, this is how you can do it, this is best practice. So when we're actually talking to companies, we are able to give a very, very consultative approach, and that's really important to them, and maybe something that some of the specialist agencies are unable to do, maybe having not been there before. The other thing, of course, we have is our global scope and capabilities. We have the meeting service provided across 111 markets. So again, if you're talking to a large corporate, this is really important to them, that they're dealing with somebody that has global experience and scope. Of course, better leverage, whether it is being able to combine your meeting and hotel, your transient hotel program, or indeed, if you're looking to bring your transient and your meetings business together, we have the capability to be able to do that as well. So there are a number of ways. I think the whole global aspect, the global meetings management tool, the global data consolidation, all of that being able to come back and deliver the client what they're looking for, is why we're starting to see companies talking to TMCs as opposed to just talking to the meeting or event specialists.
All right, and can you give us some examples in practice, or one in particular maybe would do, where there's the combination of the transient with the meetings, but specifically a company that's been taking advantage of your new meeting approach?
Yeah, we've got a number. In fact, we've got 136 meeting clients that have consolidated with us multinationally. And I'd say about 95% of those are clients that we have on the transient side. So there are definitely quite a number or a growing number of customers. But one that springs to mind particularly is a financial client of ours who wanted to bring their meetings program together with their transient program, really for two reasons. leading to one goal, and that was that they wanted to reduce the amount of suppliers that they had across the two parts of their business. They wanted to generate better compliance, and the goal that they had was obviously to get savings, cost reduction. So we spent a lot of time with this client understanding what they wanted to achieve. We negotiated on their behalf to reduce the amount of suppliers they had. We invested a lot of our time in talking to the bookers, building a relationship, explaining to them what was happening, how we could help. Over a 4-year period, we managed to save that client £3.3 million on their overall meetings programme. And the customer experience rose up to 99% when we did a customer survey. So that's a good example, but as I said, it's one of many clients at the moment that are looking to bring the transient and the meetings business together.
That's really fascinating, Amanda. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.